I'm gonna be building one of the most powerful gaming PCs for under $2,000. Zotac was kind enough to sponsor this video and send out the Zotac NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060, so we're gonna be using it to get a ton of FPS. Zotac was kind enough to sponsor this video and send out the Zotac NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060, so we're gonna be getting a lot of FPS with this gaming PC. First though, I'm gonna be starting off with the motherboard, which is the ASRock X870. And here is the ASRock X870 Nova Wi-Fi motherboard. This is a really fast motherboard, perfect for this fast gaming PC we're building. And I also think it looks really, really nice. Like, I know motherboards aren't known for being stylish, but this one actually looks really nice. I like it a lot. Inside the rest of the box, we also have these Wi-Fi dongles because this is a Wi-Fi motherboard, but let's put these off to the side and then go to the CPU. So this is the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, and if you know anything about CPUs, this is the fastest, if not one of the fastest CPUs you can buy on the market, and the performance, it just speaks for itself. Like the FPS and like insane performance we're gonna be getting in this video, you guys are gonna see, it's just insane. So let's carefully take the CPU out of the box. I have dropped it before, so we need to make sure we don't do that. Let's pop up the motherboard, and then we can actually take this out just like that, and then it's just really easy to slide in. So let's take this out right over here, and dude, this is a pretty big looking CPU, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little gold triangle. All we have to do is line it up to the actual motherboard and literally just let it slide in like that, and we don't put any pressure on it at all to close. It will just close automatically, and then we can just go like this, and then we can take off the little case, and there we go. We have our CPU installed. Obviously later we're gonna add thermal paste for like the cooling, but for now that's all done. Now, since I'm building a super powerful gaming PC, I didn't only go with DDR5 RAM, but I actually went with 32 gigabytes instead of 16, just so it's a little bit faster, and we're really gonna be able to take advantage of all the specs inside of this PC. So this is from a brand called Xfinity. I've actually never seen this brand before, but I'm really excited to test it out because this RAM is literally not only 32 gigabytes, but we also have DDR5, so it is really fast as well. It's really easy to connect. All we have to do is put it in the second and fourth slot, just like so, and it should just literally go right in. I already got one of them in, and then the second one, line it up, kind of give it a little push, and there you go. You kind of hear like the click sound, and basically our motherboard is done, and now it's time for the next part, which is adding it into the gaming PC, and this case is like insane. It's really big, but it looks so good. All right, so I'm gonna move all of this onto the side so we can actually have a little bit of space to unbox this PC because, dude, this PC case is really big. It's called the Frame 5000D, I'm pretty sure, from Corsair. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there are pre-installed RGB fans with this PC case already, which is gonna make the PC build really easy. So let's just open this up. It should be all in here. So we have a little accessory box with a bunch of things inside of here. I'm just flipping this PC case over because I think it's gonna be way easier to actually unbox that way. Now we just lift it up, kind of slide it out like so. This gaming PC case is actually really, really big. I'm not gonna lie. On the kind of side, you guys can really see just how big this PC case is. I'm actually gonna take off the side panels so you guys can see how it looks inside. And there are, I think, 4 pre-installed RGB fans, which is really nice. It's gonna make the PC build way quicker. So the side panel should come off just like that. And yeah, there is so much space inside of this gaming PC. Like, dude, there's gonna be honestly like a lot of room inside of here. The cooling is gonna be insane because we also have a 360 millimeter cooler or AIO. So yeah, we're not gonna struggle with cooling at all. It also came with an accessory box. So I'm pretty sure this is where all the screws for the PC should be. First of all though, let's actually line up this motherboard perfectly in here. It should just kind of slide in here. I kind of need to put it in at like a little bit of an angle so it like fits in. So let me just kind of play with that. There we go. And then we just need to make sure everything lines up. All right, perfect. Basically everything lines up. It's just right there. Everything's lined up. So now let's go with the accessory box. Let me see what they gave me. They actually gave me a bit. Dude, they gave me an entire like other part of like mesh or something. I don't even know where this goes. So now all I have to do is screw in the motherboard using the included screws. So the motherboard is now inside of the PC and it's definitely not falling out, and it's time for the best part of the video, which is the graphics card. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the Zotac NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060, which is a super powerful graphics card, and it's actually an 8GB card, and it's GDDR7, so this is super fast. Okay, so let's see exactly how it looks inside the box. It is inside a little bit of wrapping to make sure it doesn't get damaged during shipping, and here is the RTX 5060 itself. Dude, it looks so good, and I actually love the kind of gold details it has all over it. Of course, let's actually take off all this plastic wrapping around it so we can actually get an even better look at this graphics card, because it actually looks really nice. Literally just look at how good this graphics card looks, and the fans, dude, this thing's insane, I'm not gonna lie. There's also a lot of cooling vents all around. The RTX 5060 isn't just another normal gaming graphics card, it actually enables you to have game-changing AI capabilities in the latest games and apps. My favorite part about this graphics card though is how you can actually multiply your performance with DLSS 4 and take all your creativity to the next level with NVIDIA Studio. Plus, you can enjoy realistic graphics with ray tracing, which just makes the game look amazing. So we're definitely gonna want to use the RTX 5060 inside of this gaming PC since we're trying to build one that's super powerful. So all we need to do is actually take off these little back panels, line up the pins, and then all we have to do is make sure everything is lined up. And everything looks lined up, so all we have to do is give it a little push, and just like that, we can screw it in, and our graphics card is already inside the PC. And just look at how amazing, and like it just matches so well. I literally love the little gold tint on it so much, and it just looks like, it looks so nice. I love this graphics card, and like the whole kind of theme of the whole PC as well. The specs inside of here are genuinely crazy. I literally can't wait to see how good the performance of this PC is. Powered by NVIDIA Blackwell, GeForce RTX 50 series GPUs bring game-changing capabilities to gamers or content creators like me, which is why I actually chose this graphics card. They also are equipped with a massive level of AI horsepower, and the RTX 50 series enables new experiences and just next level graphics fidelity. So I think it's pretty safe to say that I am super interested to see just how good the graphics with this graphics card are, but before we do that, we need to actually add the AIO. This AIO is actually called the iQOO Link Titan 360 RX, and it's just like a really kind of nice looking 360mm AIO. Before I add this AIO, I actually need to take off this top panel of the PC just so we can easily screw it in. So I actually love that about this case is now, if I can just pull this out real quick, we actually have really easy access to install the AIO, which is just gonna make this really easy. This is actually a super easy PC build with everything. Literally even the fans are already on the actual radiator, so this is gonna be super quick. This is probably my fastest PC build ever. All right, here are all the cables we actually need for this AIO. So let's actually put this off to the side because we're definitely going to need that. And now let's just quickly install the mount. And since this is an AMD motherboard, of course we have to use the AMD specific mount. Pretty sure it's this one right over here. Usually they have it labeled, but I think just from the PCs I've built in the past, it's pretty easy to tell. Just to double check, I'm gonna open up this one, but I'm 90% sure this is the Intel one. Yeah, it won't even fit in. So yeah, this is just the Intel one. So let's actually get the AMD one and just screw this one in. Before I actually screw in the actual header of the CPU cooler, let's actually install the fans. And there is a little bit of thermal paste I got on my fingers, but it's fine. Let's just install these fans real quick. To make it a little bit easier to screw in, I actually just flipped the PC case up, and now we can just get the screw. I'll just thumb tie them for a second just so it holds. Okay, we got one of them in. Let's get the other side now. So our radiator is now screwed in completely. So let's flip this back on the side right there. And then we're just gonna take off these screws over here. All right, so unfortunately, I actually don't have any thermal paste on me at all because I'm in the process of moving homes. But yeah, we're gonna be using the included thermal paste that comes on the actual CPU AIO header. Usually I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I'll just reapply some later. But for now, we're just gonna wait, let me take off this little sticker here. Yo, this PC is looking so sick. I actually am so excited. I'm just gonna guide these in the right way. Let's go like this. Wait, I actually need to move these a little bit. Let's go like that and like that. Get these out of the way a bit. Okay, wait, no, we definitely need to flip this over. All right, yeah, much better, much better. So now let's actually just kind of line everything up. It should line up pretty easily. Okay, easy, literally so easy. Everything lined up exactly how I wanted. So now all I have to do is screw it in. Could not have been easier. So believe it or not, but just in a matter of about 30 minutes, we're almost done with this entire gaming PC. Real quick, what I'm actually gonna do is add in the SSD. This is like a quick release SSD cover, I think. I've actually never had one like this, so I'm not 100% sure how I get it out. I'm actually just gonna add the SSD on this bottom slot over here. All right, so we just got this little part out, it just like that, and now we can actually include the SSD. Make sure we take off this little tape part here because we definitely don't want the SSD cooking on that. This is just like a little thermal padding. So let me put that there, and now it's time to show you guys the SSD. It's just a 2 terabyte SSD. That is more than enough storage, and we're gonna be testing out 3 games in this video, so that is actually perfect. And we can always upgrade it in the future, but we got 2 terabytes. It's a Gen 4 SSD, so this is perfect. Let's just open this up. It should be extremely easy to add. Literally everything in this PC was really easy to add, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now let's just kind of go like this, slide it in. There we go, we got that done, and now all we have to do is just put this like cover back on, and we're good. So now that our SSD is in, usually you might want to actually include a few RGB fans, but like I said, the PC case already had included RGB fans, and these look like 140 millimeter fans. So like, we honestly don't need more because we're gonna be getting a lot of cooling, and this PC is so open as well. But what I need to do is actually flip this over, because the very last thing we need to do is actually add in the power supply, and this is the power supply we're going with. It is from ASRock, and it's called the Steel Legend. It is an 850 watt power supply, so it is perfect for this gaming PC. We're gonna have a lot of power. So let's actually just grab our knife, open this puppy up. This actually is a modular power supply, which is perfect because we don't have to actually use all the cables. We only have to plug in what we actually need. So let's actually open this up. And of course, we have all our cables in a separate little bag over here. And now this is the actual power supply itself. So let's open this up. And I always say this, there's literally basically no way to mess it up. All you need to do is actually make sure the fan is pointing towards like the bottom or the side, however like the PC case is like mounted. But in this case, we just need the fan pointing at the bottom because there is a vent. But you honestly can't screw it up because I'm pretty sure it won't even allow you to screw it in any other way. So all I'm gonna do is make sure everything lines up. So I basically have it all screwed in. We just need one last screw. Go right here. Of course, on this I actually screwed in every single side, like all 4 sides. And just like that, our PC is completely done. Obviously, we have all the panels missing. Nothing is turned on because I actually have to connect all the power cables and like all the motherboard cables and everything. But yeah, let's just cut to the final cinematic, and this gaming PC is gonna look insane, and especially with this RTX 5060, it looks so good in here. So yeah, this GeForce RTX 5060 from Zotac is gonna look amazing. So let's just cut to the final cinematic right now. The gaming PC with the RTX 5060 from Zotac is completely set up, and the first game I'm going to be testing out is Borderlands 4. This is a pretty graphically intensive game, which is perfect for the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 from Zotac because we can see the real performance of it and use DLSS for multi-frame generation as well. So just as a baseline, I'm going to be putting it on all low settings. We're not going to be using any DLSS or anything for our upscaling, and we're just going to see how good the FPS is. And the FPS is sitting at right about 90-ish, really consistently. We're not having like any frame drops at all. And just to show you guys, our FPS is uncapped. If I go over here, we don't have any frame limit or anything. So this is the real performance. It's like honestly right at like 100, right below 100. So it is pretty good, but we have a RTX 5060 in here from Zotac, so we can actually really take full advantage of this. As I'm actually just playing, the game is like very consistently right at like like 80 to 90 FPS, and it doesn't really drop that much at all. It actually is like pretty good. So now that we know we get about 90 to 100-ish FPS on low settings, let's actually go on full settings, and these are like max settings you can use in Borderlands 4. Apply that, and let's see how much FPS we're now able to get. All right, so now on all max settings, you can see we're getting about 30 to 40 FPS, and I mean, for this game, it definitely is like still playable, but it definitely is a lot less FPS. Obviously though, we want to be getting more than 30 to 40 FPS, and with this Zotac RTX 5060, we're actually able to do that. So all I need to do is go back into the options and put our upscaling on DLSS, and then we actually have multi-frame generation. So let's actually turn it on, and right now it's just on 2x, and we're still on all max settings, as you guys can see. So let's actually apply that, and now as soon as we're able to load back in, with multi-frame generation just set at 2, our FPS is way smoother. We're already at like 60-ish, and the game already feels way more playable, and we're on the exact same settings as well. We didn't change the settings or lower them at all, and we're already getting 60 to 70-ish FPS. But now let's actually go back into options and put multi-frame generation over at 3 times, apply that, and now our FPS is basically at the exact same that we were on all low settings, and we're literally at max settings. Again, I'll show you guys right now. We're on the max settings possible, 3 times multi-frame generation. By just using the multi-frame generation, we're literally able to get 90 to almost 100 FPS, exactly like we were on the actual low settings without DLSS. So that just really shows you the power of the Zotac RTX 5060, and look, we just hit 100 FPS, and we're literally on all epic settings, the max settings that you can be using. And notice how consistent the FPS is as well. It's literally at like 100, and it's super consistent. Like, it's not even dropping that much at all. Like, it's not stuttering or anything at all. It's just very consistent, like not lagging, and it feels really good to play on. I am 1 HP though. We're literally getting like 100 to 110 FPS. It's actually really consistent. I'm literally 1 HP though. I might die here. See how much smoother the game is as well? We're able to fight all these bots and still get 100 FPS on the max settings, and it feels really good. But what I'm really trying to see is 4 times multi-frame generation. Let's see how high we can get this FPS. We're on max settings, 4 times multi-frame generation, and our FPS 140. So we literally went from 30 FPS without frame generation to 140. And dude, the game is so smooth as well. We're able to like get all these, kill all these bots. Dude, 120 FPS. It's so smooth. Yeah, you can really see the full performance and like power of the Zotac RTX 5060 here. Like, dude, this is not disappointing at all. This is insane how good the performance is on it. And you guys can see we're easily consistently getting 120 to 130 FPS. And just as a little comparison, let's go back on no frame generation at all. Now you guys are just gonna see we're getting like 30 to 40 FPS. Like, look at how stuttery this is. It doesn't feel that good to game on at all, and all you have to do is turn on multi-frame generation, and you're literally good. You're getting like 120-ish FPS, and it's so smooth. Like, going side to side, like testing these back to back is insane. Before we go on to the next game though, I just quickly put the graphics preset on all low and kept frame generation on, and before we were getting like 90-ish FPS, and now with multi-frame generation on 4 times with low settings, we're getting 240, 250 FPS. So we just took this PC's performance to the next level with the Zotac RTX 5060, and I think it's safe to say that this graphics card and the performance on it does not disappoint at all on Borderlands 4, but let's see how good it is in the next game. So now I'm on a completely different game, Lego Horizon Adventures, and this is completely different to Borderlands 4, so let's just go into a quick game. But before we do that, let's actually go into the options, and then let's go into our video, make sure we're on full screen 1080p, and then it says our quality presets is on high, and we can actually change this to DLSS, and you guys can see at the bottom there's a lot of settings we can kind of change. We have frame generation as well, but for now let's just turn this off. We'll just put it on like TSR, and then we're just going to go on all low settings, and I'll just keep it on DLSS, but I'm not gonna actually have frame generation on. So we're gonna go low settings, DLSS, and then we'll put everything on like ultra performance on the lowest it possibly can go, and yeah, we're on 1080p. Let's just see how good the FPS is, and then we're gonna see how insane it is as soon as I turn on multi-frame generation. So let's just go into a new game real quick over here. Honestly, I'm gonna kind of just we'll go like medium difficulty. I think this is pretty good. So the FPS inside of here is extremely high already, just kind of off the bat with low settings. We're getting about 240, 260, and that's just thanks to like the raw power of the RTX 5060 from Zotac. So it is definitely really good, and I'm just kind of running around right now, and the thing is, it's just really consistent. Like, we're literally not dropping FPS like at all. We're sitting at like 270, right under 300 FPS on low settings, literally without any issues at all. And real quick, the game already honestly looks good on low settings, but let's actually go onto video. Let's put all this on epic. So now we're on full epic settings, and let's see how much the FPS drops. So let's go over here, and on epic settings, it drops to about 90 FPS, but obviously we want to try and get our like really high, almost like 200, 300-ish FPS back. So all we have to do is actually go over here, and let's just kind of skip this conversation. And yeah, as I'm running, you can see we're getting like 90-ish FPS, but we want to get our like really high FPS. So what I'm going to do is just go into the options, and then we're going to go all the way down in video, and we're going to turn on frame generation on. There isn't really an option to turn on like 2, 3, or 4 times, so it's just like whatever they have it on default. But now that we have frame generation on, it already went from 90 to like 150 FPS, and we're on full epic settings. Like, look at the quality of the game, and there's literally like no issue for this RTX 5060 to run it. Like, it's so consistent, no issues at all, like literally no frame drops. It's just really good. Like, I know this is Lego, but like, look at the like shadows and like ray tracing of everything. Like, it actually looks insane. Just to show you guys the settings a little bit more, you guys can see that all of our things are on the max, like reflections, everything like is on the max it possibly can be on. And dude, it just looks so good. Honestly, these are the exact settings I would play with this game. I would just use frame generation and play on like the max settings you possibly can play on, because dude, the game just looks so good, and it's like really consistently, like the FPS just literally does not drop. It's so consistent. And yeah, I mean, you're getting 150 FPS, but if you even want more FPS for any reason, you can actually go into the video over here, put it on low. So now we have frame generation and we're on low settings, and yeah, we're getting over 300 FPS now. And that just kind of goes to show like the full power of the RTX 5060 paired with all the other specs inside of this gaming PC. It's just like insane, honestly. And I mean, both of these games that I've tested on, I'm using max settings, so the FPS is supposed to be low, but we're literally getting like really good FPS. And the best part is it's just so consistent as well. Some of you guys might be saying that this game is just really easy to run, so let's actually go on to a much harder game to run, which is Assassin's Creed, and let's see how good the performance of this RTX 5060 from Zotac is there, because it's gonna be insane already, I'm telling you. So now I'm inside of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and for our video settings, these are the ones we actually have on default. So I'm actually gonna put everything on like performance or on the lowest, just so we can actually get the most amount of FPS before we turn on any frame generation. So for all of our settings, you can see just how high all of these are. So I'm literally just gonna go ahead and put all of these on like the ultra low, the lowest they possibly can be, because I don't want to be using that much performance at all. Okay, so now all of these are on ultra low, so that is already better. And now what we're actually gonna do is go and apply this real quick. I actually need to restart the game, so let's restart it. So now we're back inside of here, so let's actually make sure this is on 1080p, because that's what I normally play on. Let's just save that. And for our scalability, everything is on the lowest it possibly can be. These are like all our effects and like terrain, geometry, textures, like all that kind of stuff. And if we go back into display, we actually have our like custom frame limit, we have it off. And then of course for our upscaler, we are using NVIDIA DLSS. I'm not sure what exact settings we can do for frame generation. I think it's only on or off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a game with low settings on frame generation off, and then we're gonna do it on and see how much of a difference it is. And judging by the last games, it's been a pretty big difference every single time. This game has so many like cutscenes in it. I'm just trying to get into the free play like of it, but this game has a lot of cutscenes, I'm not gonna lie. So obviously we need to test out the FPS in a real like game, but yeah, this game has a lot of cutscenes. I'm just trying to go to the free roam here. Okay, I think we're finally getting to the free play. 1581. Yo, this storyline is is insane. All right, I think we're about to get on it. Yo, this game actually looks kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. The performance of it's gonna be the best part. Okay, so right now on low settings, only low settings, 1080p, we're getting 70-ish FPS. I did not know these are enemies. I thought these were my teammates, bro. Okay, so right now, as you guys can see, the FPS is like consistently at like 70-ish. And the thing is, we're on low settings though. So it is like consistently at 70 FPS on low settings. Oh my gosh. But now let's actually go over here. Let's go into our options, and you guys already know what we're gonna do. These are my settings, but we have NVIDIA DLSS on already. But now let's turn on multi-frame generation, and it put it on NVIDIA DLSS. Let's apply that and then save it. And now from like 60 to 70 FPS, we're gonna be getting a lot more FPS. So yeah, we're already at like 120 FPS. Just like that, we literally doubled our FPS in just a simple setting. And literally every single game I test out this Zotac RTX 5060 in, it's just insane how good the performance is. It literally is so consistent as well. And I mean, even if I'm not using NVIDIA DLSS multi-frame generation, it is like pretty consistent, but like here it's just so good. Okay, bro, this game is actually, even on low settings, these graphics are insane. Like, I can't believe these are low settings, and the fact that we're getting 120 FPS this consistently, like literally with no issue at all. Bro, look at that. Oh my gosh, bro, what? Dude, how are these low settings? Okay, I need to see how high settings look now. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm gonna turn off multi-frame generation. We're just gonna turn it off. So let's actually go and put our upscaler still on DLSS, but let's turn frame generation off. Let's apply that, save. I think if we go on ultra high settings, we might have to restart the game. So let's apply that. Yeah, we do need to restart the game. So now we know that on low settings, we were getting like 60 FPS, and with the frame generation, we were getting 120. But now let's go on epic settings and let's see how different it really is. Okay, so we're back in the game with all high settings, no frame generation, and you can see we're getting about 40 to 50 FPS. So honestly, it's not that much lower than it was on low settings. And I think it's pretty safe to say that no matter if you're on high or like low settings, this game just looks amazing. But the thing is, we want to be getting some better performance. Like 50-ish FPS in this fight isn't that bad, but like I definitely want to be getting more. Like you see it dropping like 45, and with just a simple setting, we can literally transform that and make it way better. Okay, so before I fight all these other players, let's actually go and make our game really smooth. So let's go into our display over here. Super easy, just turn frame generation on, apply that. And now with frame generation, the FPS is actually just a little bit higher. Instead of like 40, instead of dropping to 40 FPS, it drops to like 60, but this is on full max settings. Like the shaders and everything are insane, like all around. Like look at all the effects, the fire and everything. We're still getting like 70-ish FPS, so it is actually still overall pretty good. And it definitely is higher than without the frame generation on. So yeah, I think the Zotac RTX 5060 definitely has a lot of like power in itself, but when you actually take full advantage of it with DLSS 4, that's when you see the full advantage of it, because it's so good. Like it just completely transforms it. And I mean, I've tested 3 very different games out, and they all have had really good performance without like any issues, and they've literally all been way better as soon as I actually took full advantage of the RTX 5060 from Zotac with like the DLSS 4. So like, yeah, I'm honestly really happy with the performance, and for this PC that I built, I'm really happy. Like this PC has such good performance, and it's really, a lot of it's thanks to the Zotac RTX 5060. Like you can see the FPS is peaking at like 80 to almost 90 FPS. So yeah, like the DLSS 4 multi-frame generation definitely works out really well. Let's just do a power. Oh yeah, we're actually cooking them. Dude, and I mean, overall, the game feels really smooth. Like for a game like this, getting 90 FPS, it is actually perfect. And dude, the settings that we're using are insane. Like these settings are so high. Like you can literally just see all the fire and everything. Like it's crazy. I'm super surprised and just happy with how good the performance of the graphics card is. So if you actually want to upgrade your own gaming PC with the Zotac GeForce RTX 5060, make sure you check it out with the first link in the description or pinned comment. It's from Newegg, and all I'm saying, if you guys decide to actually upgrade your gaming PC with it, you're definitely not going to be disappointed at all. So huge thanks to Zotac for sending out this graphics card to me. I absolutely love it. And again, if you guys want to upgrade your own gaming PC and just really transform it, make sure you check it out with the first link in the description or pinned comment. And if you watched all the way to the end of the video, make sure you drop a sub, because 70% of you guys that watch my videos are actually not subbed, and I make videos like this all the time. But more importantly, remember, Jesus loves you, and that's about it. God bless.